Hello, Daily Drafters, and welcome back to this special Christmas edition of today's Daily Draft. Merry Christmas to each of you that do celebrate here on December 25th. Thanks for choosing to spend at least a part of your Christmas day here with me today. We are drafting Khans of Tarkir, a little bit of a throwback Christmas today. It's going to be a good day. We've had some fun with the format. Finally starting to get used to it after not having drafted it ever, and then this being my first time. So we're going to dive into pack one, pick one here today. Mardu Ascendancy, whenever a non-token creature you control attacks, create a 1/1 that's tapped and attacking creatures, and you sacrifice it to give your creatures +0/+3. That seems a little slow to me. There is an Arc Lightning, which I know I like. I'll probably reserve that. 5-mana draw card, deals damage to any target equal to the cards in your hand at sorcery speed. Don't think I like that. And then a bunch of garbage commons. As is the case with Khans of Tarkir a lot of the time. But we're going to go ahead and take a pretty easy Arc Lightning here. I really like this card. It's owned me so many times. So I think we're going to take that one here. This is a very, very similar pack here. There's a Throttle and a Debilitating Injury, both of which are fine. Doesn't really go with our Arc Lightning. Neither does Heir of the Wilds, but this is a card I like. There's a Swift Kick and an Anok Tracker to go with our Arc Lightning. I don't think I'm a huge fan of either of those. There's a Jeskai Wind Scout to go down the Izzet route. There's a Water Whirl, which I think is a little expensive. Alabaster Kieran, Defiant Strike. I mean, best card in this pack is probably Heir of the Wilds or Debilitating Injury, in my opinion. And both don't really go with our first pick. Look, it even reserved Debilitating Injury for us, so I think that's what I'll take here. Not that we're locked into Arc Lightning by any way, but we'll see what comes. 6-mana sorcery delve, put a creature on top of its, or a non-land permanent on top of its owner's library. The third Water Whirl. Another Swift Kick, Archer's Parapet. A bunch of black cards that are all pretty bad. Same with Taigam's Scheming, also pretty bad. Rakshasa's Secret is a card that, in this slow format, is pretty good, because lands are pretty important too, so making your opponent discard 2 cards usually gets 2 relevant cards out of their hand. I don't really like Swift Kick, and everything else is just very meh. So let's take the Secret here. Sultai Ascendancy, I do not think so. There's a Throttle, a couple of bad red cards, a bad green card, blue, and white card here. So which black card are we taking? A Bitter Revelation, fine. Throttle, also fine, as well as a second Secret. I think I'll take a first Throttle over a second Secret there. Every time I see this art, for some reason I feel it's the Murderous Cut. The Delve instant speed removal, but it is not. So everything here is very meh again. That's a weird card. I might take Hooting Mandrills here. Getting your first Delve card, I found that getting your first Delve card is usually pretty important. It goes well with our black cards. Doesn't go well with Arc Lightning, again, because of the way that this is like a shard set and things. Ooh, look, a Savage Punch. That's pretty good. 2-mana sorcery speed fight. But if you have Ferocious, it gets +2/+2 first, which is pretty good here. There is a Tranquil Cove, but it touches all the colors of which we are not. Tormenting Voice, but let's take Savage Punch. Here's a Highland Game as a 2-drop. A Delve Death Toucher here. A bad removal spell. A bad morph card. A couple of banners. Guess I'll take the 2-drop in Highland Game. Now there is Tusked Colossedon. A Strictly Worst Staggering Size. A Kindry Warden. I guess I'll take the Colossedon, 6 mana, 6/5. I mean, sometimes the big creatures just get the job done. Yeah, red-green's not one of the supported. I mean, can we just go red-green today? A little bit of Christmas flair. Take another Colossadon. I don't mind Crippling Chill. Weapon Master is fine. But let's just go big here. What's this one even do? Reveal the top 5 cards, put a creature or land in your hand, rest in your graveyard. It's sorcery speed. Probably not. I'll just take a Swift Kick, because whatever. Only card I might play here is Shambling Attendants. So, green-black borders both Sultai and Abzan in this format. So we'll see if we can open a card that might push us in one of those directions, or even just take some lands that can keep options open. Mantis Rider is not the card for us. There's an Archer, a Dreadmaw, and then some lands, but not ones that we like. There's some good aggressive cards here. This is a pretty bad pack for us. Again, these red cards really don't fit in with anything that we're doing right now. And I don't even like the Swift Kick. Do I have to take a really sad Sagu Archer here? I guess so. Even if any of those land touched black or green. Well, now I just realized I passed a Dismal Backwater. I should have taken the Dismal Backwater, but for some reason my mind was not open to the possibility of blue as being one of the splash colors, but that is Sultai. So we could have taken the Backwater, and I wish I would have done so. However, there is a Sultai Flare here, and we've already got Attendants, 2 Colossadons, a Mandrill, and an Archer. We could be gaining lots of life if creatures are dying, so... yeah, let's take the Flare. Ooh, Lich Lord at the beginning. So, 6 mana, 4/4. At the beginning of your upkeep, pay 3. Return a random creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield that has Flying, Trample, and Haste, and exile at the end of the next end step. It actually synergizes pretty well with our deck if we can find some sacrifice outlets like that. Defender, that 5 mana 4/4 Defender that we passed. What are these other cards though? I think I might just take the Thornwood Falls though. I mean, I don't think it's great yet because we don't have the synergies for it. So I'm actually just going to take the Falls in case we need to splash some blue here. There is a Secret Plans. We're not really much of a morph deck. I think I'll take Debilitating Injury though, because this helps us get to these late game things. 5 mana -2/2. That is very expensive. I guess I'll just take a Jungle Hollow. If this were, like, cheaper, I would take it. Maybe that's good enough, but gosh, that is very expensive. We're probably not playing a ton of creatures in the early game, so let's take the land here. Alright, Woolly Loxodon, Rakshasa's Secret, or a Thornwood Falls. This is a close one. I do need, like, maybe some plays for the early part of the game. Loxodon does have Morph. I wouldn't mind a Thornwood Falls here, though. We don't have anything we're splashing just yet, so guess that's why I'll take the Loxodon there. This isn't really a Skull Hunter deck. I guess I could take Dutiful Return. Maybe we have some ways to put cards in our yard, too. Oh, here we go. 5 mana, 5/7. Untap each creature control with +1/+1 counter on it during each other player's untap step. What else do we have, though? A couple of creatures I probably don't care about. Okay, maybe we could make that work. We could find a lands for it. Look, the Dismal Backwater came back. But there is a Dreadmaw. I don't think I care too much about this Dreadmaw. So I'm just going to take the land here. This is a way to kind of help us out with the... We already have one of these too, right? Yeah, scout the borders. Another secret? I don't know. Maybe we... Okay, or I don't know if we're playing 3. What is this one? That's the one that has to remove counters? Probably not. 3 mana 2/2. Whenever a creature you control with toughness 4 or greater dies, you train them for 2. You can sack a creature to put a counter on it. Okay, that's something. There's a Ruthless Ripper, as well as Mandrills. Blossoming Sands could help us splash the fortress here. That's a pretty good one. Ice Feather Aven. We already have a Mandrills and an Attendance and stuff. I think this kind of synergizes with what we want to do here. So let's take that. Ooh, look, another one. There's also a Jungle Hollow, another Savage Punch, and an Abzan Charm. There's some good stuff here. We don't have the white mana yet. I think I'm going to take another one of these. Okay, so this is the thing that synergizes with Delve. But it's just a 5 mana 4/4. I don't think that's good enough. There's a Rugged Highlands, but I don't think we need to splash Arc Lightning. I mean, maybe we end up with enough lands. Because everything else here I don't think I care about. Again, I'm not playing the Death Frenzy. Look at my curve already. Already have 2 of these if I want them. Don't need to naturalize. So let's just take the land and maybe we splash. Okay, a Jungle Hollow and a Blossoming Sands. There's also a Sultai Charm. Destroy target monocolored creature. That's what I'm looking at here. Is that better or worse than just taking the lands? I think I'm going to take my first white land here over the Sultai Charm. Which one's this? 5 mana 2/5 when ETBs look at the top 4, 1 in your hand, rest in the graveyard. That's pretty good. Archer's Parapet honestly wouldn't be bad in this deck either, but let's take this. That's a card we could splash. Dead Drop, Parapet, Tranquil Cove, Dismal Backwater. I think I'll take the land. We've already got a Dutiful Return. This kind of hits the blue and the white of the splash, but I don't think we want a land that doesn't tap for either green or black in our deck. So we'll take the Backwater here. I don't think I want to play the Banner, but I don't know if I'm playing any of this other stuff. Okay, another Rugged Highlands. Maybe we can make an Arc Lightning splash work. Okay, so we're just going to drop a bunch of big... Ooh, Jungle Hollow. There we go. Better or worse than Sidisi's Pet? Do we even have enough playables? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Yeah, barely. This is going to be... Yeah, this is going to be interesting. The format is slow. I just don't know if it's this slow. I don't think I'm playing any of that, because again, we do have a couple of scouts if we want them. Many more than a couple. Okay, I'll play the parapet. That's okay, I'll play two actually. That kind of really helped us out. We can actually block with that pretty effectively. So 43 cards. I think both of these are okay to splash. It's just a 5-mana 5/7. Do we have any counters here? No. So it's just a 5-mana 5/7. That's I probably don't actually need that. So this would just be the deck then? We have a Mandrills and an Attendance. Double Parapet, some removal, bunch of discards, splashing and Arc Lightning, Bloodsuckers to drain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 creatures with toughness 4 or greater. Wait, 9, 10? So these could just be win cons. We turtle up with the parapets. We remove a couple of morphs. We remove a couple of bigger creatures, play our big fat stuff, and hope it wins. Let's check our mana situation here. We've got 1, 2, 3 blue sources. 1, 2, 3 red sources for 1 pip each. And 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 black. And 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 green. All right. This will certainly be an interesting one. Some wild decks you can build in this format, and I just don't know if any of them are good. We're going to find out together. See you in game 1. Alright, here we are with our first mulligan decision, and I've never been punished for keeping slow hands in this format, so we'll go ahead and keep this one. If you feel like you're in the giving mood here on this Christmas day, all you have to do is drop a subscription here on the channel. Like, it's absolutely free for you. Who doesn't want to give free gifts in the holiday season? That's what I'm here to do. And yeah, subscription absolutely free for you. If you enjoy the content, if you're still here, if you enjoyed the draft, if you like seeing what we do here on the channel, then again, just absolutely you can feel free to just drop that subscription. And that is greatly appreciated. What if we just wiped out their hand, like, over the course of the next 2 turns? Sure. Let's screw him up here. Okay, a couple expensive cards in the yard. Alright, looks like we're getting him with another secret here. What did we get rid of? Our third secret. Oh, I forgot we had 3 of those. Don't know why we're playing 3, but here we go. Alright, we'll go ahead and kill that, and then I can play a morph. Or just play the Bloodsucker here. Let's do this. Okay, that's a late game thing we can get here. And I think we kind of secured this one. So this deck did exactly what we wanted it to do. We've got Sultai Flare and Woolly Loxodon to get back with the dutiful return here. So slow. 4 mana sorcery, return 2. And in LCI right now, there is a 3-mana instant Mill 2 return to. I'm not under a ton of pressure to kill this exactly right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can do Archer. I could even just play the Archer and the Attendants here. No. So I need to do... this. And this. Now, we do have to figure out a way to push through here, but I think we'll probably be okay at that. Their last card is notably not a land. All right, just keep dropping big things. And good things will probably happen to you. Okay. And unless they have some crazy board wipe that I don't know about, we're probably good to go here. All right, Rakshasa's Secret for the win. All right, we're first again. Another slow hand, but worked out last time. Don't see why we shouldn't keep this one too. I'm probably playing this as a morph before the Bloodsucker here. I think I'd just rather them kill this one than this. This has more utility into the late game. This can get got back with our 4-mana spell that we cast last game. Goblin Slide. I do like that one. For those of you that haven't checked out last Friday's video, we had a pretty sweet Goblin Slide deck. Didn't quite get the trophy, but... oh, not this sweet. We did not have 2. This might be tough. Every non-creature they cast, 2 more mana gets them 2 1/1s, so that's pretty good. I'm unmorphing this anyway, so I know I'm going to eat their morph, but I was going to hit them for 6. Even if they weren't going to do that. Oh my. That would have been a great one to unmorph. Alright, double Goblin Slide, here we go. I don't think I'm throttling a 1/1 here, so we're on Archer's Parapet deck now? The Bloodsucker can also... Oh my gosh, triple Goblin Slide. Alright, can we outrace this? I guess Sultai Flayer here? And we do have a clock with the Bloodsucker. The problem is if we start going for it and they kill the Bloodsucker, oh, that's a really good one. Probably going to have to Savage Punch or throttle that thing next turn. Because if we go for the kill with the Bloodsucker and before we kill them, they eventually kill this thing, then that becomes a pretty big problem for us. Do I actually have to kill that, though, is the question. I'm not sure I do. They do have something here. Okay. End the turn? Alright. Goblins for days. But again, we have a pretty big clock. I'm just wondering at what point we start to go for it. If I draw my second Bloodsucker, I think at that point I would definitely start to go for it. Oh my goodness. Okay. Sure. Yeah. Alright. We're on Bloodsucker or Bust. Four Goblin Slides. Okay. Ooh, hello. Alright, let's do that. Let's see if they have a response to this. I'm sure they're going to counter it. No. Okay. Crippling Chill. Okay. Make 3 more goblins, I guess. Wait. Do we have lethal? Put him to 6. Eat it. Put him to 2. So no. We have lethal next turn. Okay. So we will have lethal next turn unless they can gain some life. Or kill both of these? Yeah, obviously I'm sure they're going to attack with everything. Sure, let's see what they do with these. Do they have double Trumpet Blast? Okay, so we're taking 24. Oh. I think they probably got us. If we had one more mana, we could have sacked this before and gained some more life. Do they have us from like 34 damage? 8 times 5 is 40. Wow. Double Trumpet Blast. They're at 2. They were dead next turn. Alright. What a game. What a game. Alright, Arc Lightning. Let's see what you got. See if you can save us from the goblin blasting that was game number 2 there. Still can't get over that game. 4 goblin slides. And trumpet blasting to the end. Here comes a morph. I'll do the same. With Dutiful Return in hand, I'm very happy to trade here. Unless they play an X1 pre-combat, then I know Arc Lightning can kill both of them. No plays. Alright. They're not interested. Okay. Now they've got the magical 5 mana, so... Can't really block anymore. Okay. I think I'll just trade Arc Lightning for this card at this point. They didn't want to trade with that, and next turn I'm pretty much just unmorphing this. That's about all I can do. So I guess I'll just trade these off here. See what this is, because they wanted to keep it on the board. Okay. an unblockable threat. So let's see if they kill our morph here, or if they give us the opportunity to turn it into a 6/7. That's a rare. What does that do? Bounces to its own hand, gains haste, +2/+2. Well, that's kind of annoying for me. And then also Savage Punch. Yeah. You couldn't have let me flip it. I don't want to exile the Woolly Loxodon for Delve because of the Dutiful Return. So I just play a Highland game and pass? Still can't block this, though, because they could just give it +2/+2. So, no blocks. My plan is going to be to block it with a Shambling Attendance once I get this on the battlefield. I'm already at 13 somehow. How am I at 13? This hit me once? Oh, the Mystic hit me once, and I gained a life? Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, so the Morph hit me once, I gained a life. This hit me once as a 6-powered creature. These are all very large things that I probably can't deal with. Okay, so if I... What is this? 7 mana? So if I use 5 of the mana... No, 6 of the mana plus 2 of these... Then I still can't also Savage Punch? Yeah. So I just have to do... this, then? And then trade it off? Never mind. And then die. Take 9, take 11. Alright, well, I guess we die to whatever that was. Yeah, that didn't really work out for us. Alright, let's see if we can get any more wins with this suspect deck here. How do we play this? So, Backwater on 1... Forest on 2, Mountain on 3 lets us play any of this stuff. So I guess we do this first. Okay. Now we play Mountain Bloodsucker. Then next turn we have Arc Lightning up. We'll play a couple tap lands. Abzan Banner followed by a 1/1 Death Touch. That is fine with me. So I'll save the Arc Lightning if they play a Morph or something. Then they get to get 2 for 1, which you always love to see. Yeah, I guess I'll save it. I'd rather get rid of this thing. It does permanently get -2/-2, but it's still here. Okay. So mana efficiency says to play the Sultai Flare, and I think that's what I'm going to do. I can still Arc Lightning these things at some point here. If I draw an untapped land, I can play this Morphed and Arc Lightning, so I'll still have some options. Alright, I'll take the clean 2-for-1. That's fine. I guess now we just do this. Just play a random morph, please. Make my life easy. That's good enough, too. Alright, so I'm going to do this while I can. Not the most mana efficient thing to do here, but I know they don't have any combat tricks or anything up their sleeves, so yeah, I saw that one coming. Yeah, I think I'll keep my secret as well. Now they're dead on board, and if they play 2 cards, I can get their last 2 out of their hand. See if Loxodon survives here. Oof. That's rough. Yeah, good for you. Alright. Now it's just a top deck war. Got rid of another secret and a parapet. The parapet would have been pretty good. They got rid of a debilitating injury and a combat trick. And what's their last card here? I'm sure it's some sort of creature. Oh, it's a great one, too. Yikes. That's tough. That gains them a bunch of life and gets them right back into this thing here. Yeah. I'm gonna need some help off the top of my deck right now. Nope. Okay, that's something. In case they top deck removal, I'm not going to attack with this. I don't think it's going to come down to the 2 points of damage here. But we still can't even outrace this. We need like actual removal for it is the problem. Because if we attack, we hit them to 8. Then they go back up to 12 by attacking. Okay, I guess that is a trade I'm willing to make. Also willing to double trade there too. That's totally fine with me. All right, 30 to 20 again. After you were just at what, like 4? Okay. Don't feel like I need to throttle this necessarily. It doesn't block very well right now. Yeah, that's something I probably got to throttle. Okay, let's see what we find here first. Ooh, Dutiful Return. Yeah, that looks good to me. Then we'll get in here. And then cast Dutiful Return, probably getting back... Well... I was gonna say the attendance, but like... I just want the big things. So how about... this and this? A morph with 5 mana up, so I have to be careful about attacking here. Okay, did turn into a 5/5. Good thing I didn't attack. We'll have to trade Loxodon for that next turn, more than likely. Well, that's a pretty good draw as well. What happens if I attack with everything here? Like, they eat this, they take 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, like, that can't be good for them. Yeah, that's fine. Go to 4 and die to many things next turn. Alright, there we go. Managed to win with it. Yeah, we kind of have to count on our opponent not drawing particularly well with this deck, but sometimes that happens. Look at this Morph Killer in hand. We'll keep this here. Got a Delve card that probably won't matter for a while. A 3-drop. And a later removal spell as well. They have a 1-drop? Mardu Hateblade, okay. I don't know if that's something I want to Debilitating Injury. Might be. Yeah, you know, I think I will. It's going to be pretty annoying against things like this. It ups our delve count for the mandrills as well, so... Alright, there's their morph killer. Speaking of upping our delve count, it did work out there that we were able to cast 4 mana 4/4 trample on turn 4. That is some power in 2014, if you ask me. Okay. Ah, they have the kill shot. Okay. I wasn't gonna not attack there. So we have removal into 6-drop into 6-drop. 6 mana, 6/5. That's hard to cast with not much. Ooh. That is a better option, actually. Let's get that. What do we got? A Mardu War Shrieker and a Leaping Master. Sure. They drew a non-land. Okay, that's fine. I don't think they block here, but they could. Okay, they're just chumping. That's also fine. I was going to say, I didn't think they triple blocked. Gosh, these these expensive vanilla creatures just get the job done in this format. You play a 6 mana 6/5 and it's like, oh, what do they have to deal with that? Not a whole lot. I don't really even need to Savage Punch. I can just throttle something here. If they do choose to triple block. Oof, this is going to be a blowout. Well, can I kill everything? Yeah. Because I shrink down the patrol, turns into 1 toughness, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and they only have 4 power. Yep. The good old 3 for 1. Oof, that's rough. Alright, got to the magic 3 wins. Let's see if we can get any farther with this. I think I'm happy with 3, but I'll take a couple more if we can get it. So our opponents have been mulliganing like a ton. And I don't know what's... Maybe their mana's just really bad or something? Like, I haven't felt the need to mulligan, like, basically at all. Maybe I'm doing it wrong? I don't know. Ooh. A secret. Don't mind me. Ooh, maybe that's why they mulliganed. Let's just play it slightly slow here. Get our mana going. Not gonna play this. They're not, like... Okay, well... Guess they had enough. They mulliganed and then got mana screwed. We take those wins. 4 wins. Perfect. All right, we are first this time. Got a couple removal spells on Morph and a Hand Disruption. We will keep that one here. That's awkward. How do we do that now? We don't really need this on the battlefield, and I think I'd rather get a Morph down next turn. That's why I'm going to play this land as opposed to this. This isn't super pressing to get on the battlefield. So now, because they played that, we do Thornwood Falls and kill this while we can. Okay. And it's one of the free morphs, so this could be the 1/5 flyer. I'm trying to think. It could be, I think the most likely one is the 2/1 flyer, or if it's the 0/5 wall. How do I feel about that? Debilitating injury? It probably not great. Let's see what they got. Yeah, so it's the free, like, reveal a card from your hand. So I think I'm just gonna cast this. It was that one, so we can still injury that. Okay, got rid of another secret and a bloodsucker there. What is this one? Create 3 1/1s. That's a little tough for us to deal with. So let's... Does this have reach? No, but this does. Let's just do this. This kind of blocks this thing well enough. If they prove they have removal for this, then maybe I can injury the roost. Okay, looks like they do. So now we can kill that. The 3/2 can't be blocked. Now I wish I had the injury. They got infinite chump blockers for this thing. Okay, and I got rid of both injuries already. We could draw... Throttle? Yeah... Gotta try to pressure their life total at least a little bit here. Because we're on a pretty quick clock. So none of this really... I guess the bloodsucker does protect against this, so I guess we have to take that here then. And then we need 5 more, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the next turn, this can start draining them. Okay. Now we'll block the, or we'll sacrifice the archer here to go to 10. Okay, go to 2, go to 3. Can we somehow get lethal here? Maybe? Math is for blockers? So they're taking 6, 7, 8, 9. Perfect. So we do this, and then we do this. And that, my friends, is lethal. All right, play to your outs. You see the clock ticking. Find your outs and play to them. All right, first again with a couple of defensive creatures and a morph. Let's do it. It's worked out in the past. One more win, we get ourselves up in a diamond here. Can we find ourselves in diamond? Because if we lose, the draft is over. Then you have to wait till Wednesday. Nobody wants to have to wait till Wednesday. Okay, that's kind of annoying. Am I willing to trade here? Do they even want to? They don't even want to. Okay. Now I can't. Alright, this might be a long game here. Ooh, well, that's a flyer. Alright, guess we're getting your last 2 cards here. No, dutiful return. Woolly Loxodon on a land. Okay, well, I mean, we have no other use for these cards in the graveyard now except to delve because dutiful return is in the yard. So, guess we just do this. Okay, there we go. That's something. Whenever another creature dies, right? Yeah. Any other creature. Alright. Okay, let's go on the Bloodsucker plan then here. Gonna have to watch out for this thing, though. So whenever a creature power 4 or greater dies, we gain 8 life. And they lose 4 life. Alright. Okay, so our plan to win here is just activate this a bunch of times. Yeah, because every creature loses them 4 life. So we sacrifice this and this. We gain 16 and they go to 11. The next turn we put them to 3. And then they're dead. So they have 2 turns to answer at least one of these cards here. Okay, another flyer. Okay. Counters are fine. We gain all the life here. Alright, same plan. Now we're just sacrificing the parapets. And then next turn they're dead. Unless they can kill both of these things. Sure. And then I guess I do it to itself? Because this still triggers. It does see itself, I think? Yeah. Cool. But the only problem is now we have to do this twice. But we do have 2 more creatures to do it with. So if they can't remove this one, then we win next turn. So they have to find removal off of this loot here. And if they do, I think we lose. Okay, that's fine. Please don't have life gain on one of these morphs or something. Nice, man. What a game that was. Bloodsuckers for the win. They had us in the air and we saw the line and we took it. What a nice little Christmas draft for us. One more game, win or lose. All right, we go first. The hand is a little slow, but that hasn't stopped us in the past, so we're keeping it. We have the return in hand, so we can't even mill it from our Rakshasa's secrets here. Suppose I'm playing the Morph on turn 3? Well. Yeah, still playing the Morph. Because we do have Dutiful Return in hand, so I'm fine just trading these off. They did get a mana advantage, but we can get it back at some point. Tapland secret plans. Alright. I see your little secret plans over there. So, I really do try to do my best to make sure that recordings don't cut off on me. It happens about once a month now. This one got away from me just a little bit. You didn't really miss much. You saw the secret plans on the other side. They played morph after morph after morph, flipped every single one of them, drew infinite cards, and just basically beat us with value. It wasn't really particularly close. But we did get a 6-3 with this deck. I mean, I didn't think the deck was like super great, but that's kind of a theme of cons drafts for me. But we did have some pretty sweet Karu Bloodsucker games there, where we were able to like just sacrifice all of our creatures and gain 50 life and drain them out. So it was still a fun one. Again, Merry Christmas to all those who celebrate. Thanks for tuning in with me here today. You can check out the channel here later this week for more LCI and cons content. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time for your daily draft.